So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A little something different today. Hopefully, as you can tell, we're taking a quiz. Which I know you come to this channel to take quizzes and everything, but as you can tell, it's a if you're a gym leader, which Pokemon type would I specialize in? I don't know. I just happened to find it after googling, looking up something else. So just like, hey, this might be fun. This might be an interesting thing to take a look at. Hopefully I get Dragon, because as you know, Dragon is my favorite type. So let's just hop right on into this. So just go ahead and scroll down. Alright, so which Pokemon region is my favorite? We got Kanto, Johto, Alola, and Kalos. Honestly, if I had to guess, if I had to say, it'd probably be Johto, just due to the sole fact that, Heart Gold is like my favorite Pokemon game of all time. But the more I think about it, Johto, like with the Pokemon, we got some good mons in there, but if I had to be, no, the Kanto, it's got Charizard. Like if I had to be forced to go into one of these regions, Johto, I'd still have access to Kanto. Alola, I don't like the heat, so I kind of want to stay away from tropical islands. Kalos, yeah, we're going to go with Johto, because I just don't want to deal with the heat, and I don't want to deal with the French. No offense to any of my French people watching this. Which of the following genres of music is my favorite of these four? Pop, country, heavy metal, and alternative. Pop. I've lived in the South my entire life, and I'm not going to say that I hate country, because I do like some of it, but for the most part, I'm just like, oh god, fuck that shit. Heavy metal, I like it, small doses. I'd prefer, it's one of those things, like, if someone else wanted to listen to it, I'm not going to just outright just say, fuck you, we're not listening to this. I just don't want to listen to it all the fucking time. An alternative, I honestly don't know what would classify as alternative music, so yeah, we're just going to go with pop. Alright, so which of these towns is my favorite? We got Pallet, I'm so sorry because I know I'm mispronouncing that. Chalor City and Evergrande City. Google what to double check and see which these two cities were. Pallet Town, obviously, the first town you ever visit in Gen 1 and are in in Kanto. It's where red and blue come from. Chalor City is it's the fighting gym city from X and Y. This one, I'm Hoyoli. I'm so sorry to the people I'm so sorry that I'm mispronouncing the fuck out of that. This is like kind of like that first city you visit, like technically your home city, I guess you'd say, in Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. Evergrande is let me, if I'm Setopolis, let me double check. Okay, yeah, Evergrande is honestly kind of like, I wouldn't even consider that a city. That's where the Elite Four for Hoenn's at. All these, I'd have to go with the Chalor City, just because I think that with like, I don't remember the exact name, but like the Mega Tower where you go up and that's when you first kind of get the Mega Evolutions. I'd have to say it's that one, just due to the sole fact that I think that it's got more going for it compared to the other three, and just the history of it. Alright, so what is my favorite way to spend the weekend? Hanging out with friends, staying in with a good book, playing sports, or other. Work in the restaurant industry, so I'm always working. But I would say it's either hanging out with friends or other. And with other, it would be like playing video games, but I'd also be, online sometimes playing with like my friends. or I'd be streaming with like my friend Dutch Boy Royalty, who's a streamer, which I'll have a link. I'm gonna try to have a link to his Twitch and mine down in the description. That is, if YouTube lets me, because they're kind of funky about having Twitches to outside websites. So I guess it would be other, because I'm technically playing video games, even though I'm not hanging out with my friends, just because he lives in West Virginia. So we're gonna go with other. So if I'm not at the Pokemon gym, what would I be doing? Training, battling, surfing, or hanging out at the beach. I don't surf. I hate the beach. What's the difference between training and battling? Isn't that the same thing? Um, Honestly, I'd probably do some training just because build up the bond with my Pokemon. As opposed to just battling it out. Although I guess that's the same thing, but we're gonna go with training. Alright, where would I like to visit most in the world? Europe, Australia, Asia, or other? Australia's out of the question. Too many things are terrifying that could kill me. Asia would be nice, go and visit like Japan and uh, honestly Japan. I would love to visit Japan one day. Europe would be fun. In all honesty, like the only place in so with Europe, in all honesty, like the only place that I really want to, well, yeah, I guess the only place I'd really want to visit in Europe is Ireland, and backpacking throughout would be fun. I had to go with Europe. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Other, I could go like Egypt. Oh no, Europe. I can go to like Greece, and yeah, we're gonna. I think Greeks and Europe. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I'm not good at geography. I'll be the first to admit that. So yeah, we're just gonna stay with Europe. All right. So what's my favorite place to adventure? Through the grass, in the desert, on the ocean, or in a cave? Um, I already said I don't like heat, so desert's out. I am terrified of the ocean, and I don't like the beach, so we're gonna avoid that place. Um, it'd be a tie between the grass and a cave. Uh, you know, Going through the woods. Something very therapeutic about that. I've never. I've kind of. Cave would be kind of fun, but I'd have to say grass just because like I said, I grew up in the South. I grew up in kind of like the countryside, so I'm kind of more used to fields and grass, stuff like that. So I'd rather do that. What word best describes my best friend? We got cheerful, brave, trendy, shy. Cheerful, without a doubt. Alright, so which of the following legendary Pokemon is my favorite? We've got the choices of Zapdos, Entei, Kyogre, and Mew. Hmm. Mew's just adorable. What do I think is my best feature? My hair. Obviously, like right now, doesn't look that good, but it's just because, getting a haircut's, which of the following friends of Ash is your favorite? May. How do I deal with conflict? I tend to ignore it, honestly. I'm just like, I try to ignore it. If it goes away, it goes away. I'll deal with it when I have to, and if I don't have to, that works for me. Alright, so which of the following Pokemon would I let walk outside of its Pokeball? We got Voltorb, Numel, Wailord, and Sylveon. Voltorb would be kind of fun just to see him roll around, but my main concern is that he accidentally rolls into something and it causes him to explode, and I don't want to deal with that. Numel, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see him walk around, but the way how I picture it moving, it's just so slow that I was just like, if I wanted to, I'm kind of a naturally slow walker, but you know, if I wanted to pick up the pace when I want to, I'm afraid Numa wouldn't be able to do that, and so it'd just be like a mixture of me carrying him and just walking. Whale Lord, unless Whale Lord would actually be able to float outside of water, I don't think that's going to do us any good. And then, so I guess that just leaves Sylveon, which it's not Umbreon, but it is an evolution and it will do. Alright, which pet would I most like to have? We got choices between a snake, a fish, a dog, and other. Terrified of reptiles. Fish are cool. Alright, dog, I've already got one. Other, because I'd want a pet turtle or a tortoise or something, which I know I just said I wouldn't want Numel because it'd be too slow. But I like turtles. Alright, which of the following EV evolution? Umbreon. I've already said that. Would I say that I'm creative? Yeah, absolutely. I'd say that I'm pretty creative. I would say a lot of my like creativity like has influences from different stuff, you know, like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, anything that just I grew up with, like video games, stuff like that. I'm able to kind of take aspects of it and just kind of combine them into its own thing. Yeah, I'd say I'm absolutely creative. Which member of Team Rocket would I like to battle? James, Jesse, Meowth, or... Well, you know what? We'll just take on all of them. You know, go big or go home. Which dessert is my favorite? We got choices between cake, ice cream, cookies, and other. Other. Key lime and lemon meringue. Those are like my two favorite desserts of all time. Which contest would I want to enter my Pokemon in? Cute, cool, tough, or beauty? Honestly, I'd probably go with... We'll go with cool, you know. Which professor is my favorite? We've got Oak, Kukui, Rowan, and other. Professor Oak, you know, he's the OG. Professor Rowan, I honestly, the Gen 4 games, specifically, you know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, I haven't really played them all that much enough to where I'd have a good, like, you know, like a grasp on him. Kukui is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie, you know. He's just so, like, energetic and everything. I really like him. Other, we've got, what's her name? We got Birch from Hoenn, which, yeah, he's out there. We got Professor Elm from Johto, which, he's all right. We got Professor, what's her name? Juniper, I think, from Gen 5. You've got the dude from Kalos, which, he's fine. Even though she's technically not the professor, I think Sonia, like, because she kind of takes up that professor role near the end of Sword and Shield from her grandmother. I think, you know, I'd consider her an other because she becomes a professor at the end of the game. I think she'd be really cool. So it's either a tie between Professor Kukui and other, and by other I'm leaning highly on Sonia. I gotta go with Kukui. I don't know. He's just so much fun. You know, such a great personality. And then, you know, he may or may not be a masked wrestler. I don't know. That was very confusing and unclear to me. So we're gonna go with him. Which hometown from the games is my favorite? So we have Pallet, Littleroot, Twin Leaf, and Vanderbilt. Which one's... I think Vanderbilt is from Black 2 and White 2. Nope, that's Kalos. Twin Leaf is, if I'm correct, I think that's Gen for Pallet Town. Like, here's the problem with like Pallet, Little Root, and Twin Leaf. It's like like 4 or 5 houses at the most, not counting the lab. With Beneville, I don't know. That one from V Town. So alright, so I had to double check and make sure that that Vanderbilt wasn't as big as they're all so small that I don't know, I just think Vanderbilt is just a little bit more interesting just due to the sole fact that you have so many more people there that come from there. You know, you have the rest of the crew from X and Y. You've got Serena, Pokédex kid, breakdancing dude, and little girl who has a crush on you. I don't remember their names. I think it's one of them. I think Tierno is the breakdancing dude, or maybe he's the Pokédex kid. I don't remember. I just like the fact that there's more variety of people coming from that town. Plus, your mom actually has a bed for like or does she? Wait. Or was that in? Yeah. So we're gonna go with this one just due to the sole fact that your mom actually has her own room for the first time in Pokemon Generations. So yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Where would I rather live? Mountains, desert, tropical island, or where there is snow? Mountains. Again, I don't like heat. Tropical islands, I don't want to be near water. I just don't care about the beach like that. Every time I go, I get sunburned really badly. Snow, I am not used to snow, and as much as I love seeing snow every now and then, I'm sure after a while having to deal with like a fucking show just pushing snow out the way, I'm gonna get pissed off at it. I have to go with the mountains just because I really enjoyed the mountains. Specifically, you know, the 2 times I've been to the mountains, I've really, really enjoyed it. I just had a lot of fun. Only thing that sucks is that I'd get motion. The last time I went to the mountains, I got motion sickness from going through the curves and everything. So we had to pull over, and I had to throw up. So I'm sure I get used to that a lot more, and I wouldn't be as irritated as I was with that, especially because I'd probably be driving more as opposed to just riding in the passenger seat. So yeah, we're gonna go with the mountains. So Charmander. We already know that was the answer. What's most important to you? Intelligence, being right, being open-minded, and the truth. I'd rather be open-minded out of all these. I'd rather be able to listen to another person's perspective as opposed to just being, I guess, being right. I mean, let's face it, you can be right up until a certain point, and then the truth, there's some truths, and then I don't know. I'd rather someone be open-minded because you're intelligent. Some people are just gonna like. I'm more emotional, I guess, when it comes as opposed to more logic-minded. So I'm more rather like, yeah, this is the like. For instance, this is the law, but we have to take in. For me, I'd rather just be open-minded. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a law, but how does this law affect other people who aren't like me? And is this going to be unfair to people? Being right. I mean, like I said, you can be right up until a certain point, and then you're just like, okay. And then the truth, everybody's got their own truths to the world, so, yeah. What would be my top goal in the Pokemon world? Pokédex, to have that filled up, to have Pokemon as pets, to become the champion, and to care for sick Pokemon. Champion. Yeah, I'd want to be the champion. Sport is my favorite. Football, soccer, volleyball, and other. Football. I don't really care about sports. Which of the following HM moves is my favorite? Surf, because it's actually a good move. It actually has use, and it's not flash. You have a lot more use for it, and it does pretty good damage. Which animal am I most like? An otter, a deer, a lion, or a mouse? I'd say I'm more like a turtle, but I'm gonna go with a lion. A lion. No reason other than I just like otters are dope, but a lion. Why not? And what do I do after a hard day at work? Call up some friends, relax on the couch, work out, because I'm technically this. Granted, it's 2 in the morning, and I've been off of work for 3, 4, 5 hours. 10:30. So yeah, close enough. And what do I like watching most? Online videos. Honestly, I don't really watch all that much movies anymore. Television shows. Especially like when it comes like anime and stuff. Like I prefer to read the manga if I have that option. I just I love anime, but it's just there are times where I'm just like I want to be able to do something. I want to get the story at my own pace. I don't have to worry about I guess the pacing of an anime because I can just I can read something at my own pace and be faster sometimes than watching actors play it out, which I love. Like I said, I'm not trying to talk shit on animes because I love it. But I'd prefer reading the manga. So, but online videos, I'll spend hours on YouTube. Come on, man. I don't even care that it's the fairy type. I'm just more pissed off that I got the dragon killer. Damn, I was so hoping for dragons. But okay, so trainers will have to get through your Clefairy and I'm not using Clefairy and Togepi to earn my badge. I'm a dreamer who sees the best in everyone. I'm fascinated by the unknown and always ready for anything. Nothing's too much for me to handle. Trainers come far and wide to learn from you and your spirit through battles. Okay, that was fun. Kind of like I said, I'm upset that I didn't get dragon or fire, literally anything else, but I got fairy. Yeah, all right. I'll have a link for this in the description down below. Again, that is if YouTube lets me do that. Take the quiz. Comment down below what gym leader did you get, what type you got, and I guess don't forget to do the usual YouTube things. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.